Well, the last one.
The last album, um, Just Like the Family Cat. I think with all of my frustration with what didn't exist on all the other albums, I think I really managed to make up for those on this album. I think that, and maybe by knowing that this was going to be the last album, maybe it was like my last desperate attempt to finally get it right. And it really is a good documentation of everything that was happening. It took a year and a half, everything from, being in love to not being in love to being really sober to being really not sober, and to things being completely out of control to like really in control, and being really happy and sad. And then, all of the seasons and just the natural things that we deal with on a day-to-day basis, I think managed to get captured on this album. And I think, and I was really, really intent on making sure that it wasn't going to be done, that it wasn't going to be available until that was the case. And I think that I was secretly hoping that the band would be proud of it, and the fans would be proud of it, and that I would be proud of it, and we could sort of walk away from all of this, instead of like some sad, depressing funeral, actually kind of a celebratory funeral, and almost as if this album was, the mix CD, the music that you get to listen to, at the funeral. And I don't know, and funeral sounds a bit dark, but it's just, I don't know, it's
maybe some kind of graduation, I don't know, party. It's because you did 10 years or 8 years of recording, and this is the end of it. I don't know, examination party, I don't know, graduation, maybe that's the right word. I don't know. Instead of funeral, because funeral is...
Yeah. Well, I've been thinking of it recently, like, it's like the path of a river.
Okay.
Sometimes can be, really mellow, and sometimes it's really crashing and chaotic. And then the river eventually has to come to an end, but, it's not stopping at a brick wall, and it's not, in some little, soap and shampoo store at the mall. It's like actually opening up into, the ocean, and there's just more possibilities, and you can either keep swimming, or you can, sit and rest for a while and plan out your next move. But I'm not sensing it as an end,
Okay. And what will last question? What will your next move be?
Well, it was really important for me to get out of the place where I lived, because it was damaging me in a lot of ways, and it was not. And it had run its course. It was done. It was no longer contributing to making music, or leading a worthwhile life. So I've moved the studio. I've changed my environment, and I'm going to reestablish all of that. And hopefully, from that, natural enthusiasm will start to generate, and I'm going to make more music, and in what form, I'm not sure, but, I don't know, I'm kind of thinking about piano and drum machines. Big pianos and little drum machines. It's probably going to end up sounding just like Grandaddy, who knows. But I just have to wait to get excited about it.
Okay, well, thank you.
You're welcome.